everyone, welcome back to Rock Security, where you can learn how to protect yourself online. This week I'm bringing you May cybersecurity news. I will be talking about 3 main articles or subjects, depends how I feel and what I think is important and not, and I will be talking about it and give my personal opinion. Today we're going to talk about, first of all, how the coronavirus pandemic has unleashed numerous amounts of attacks in every single sector in this world, and how much the attacks have been increased. Second of all, my second piece of news is in the same area, the fact that the cyber spies are now attacking COVID-19 research labs. Insane. Okay, and then my third piece of news is the attackers have hit, around halfway through May, they've hit an A-list law firm which does law for artists like Lady Gaga, Drake, Madonna, Elton John, you name it. So let's get into it and talk about it. Before we begin, please subscribe, like, comment down below any other news that you might want me to talk about. Mash the like button because it helps me out. Hope you enjoy this. So, first of all, while most of the world and we're all in lockdown, it seems like my neighbor is doing a barbecue again 10 times this week and it's just Monday. The hackers have been busier than ever. Numerous media outlets have reported how much the hacking tasks have increased. And the article that I'm mainly referencing is from taste.co.uk, so I'm gonna link it down below if you want to have a look at it. But they report that they're sending more and more phishing attacks than usual in order to catch anyone and anybody to click on their emails, to download them malware technically. Right now everybody's staying at home, they're working from home as much as possible, and the people that are working from home, they're mainly working from a laptop, you know, so people have been kind of crossing the boundaries between what's work and what's home, and sometimes they're using longer hours. They forget the security measures that they've learned during the time they were at the company, or they use their personal laptops for work. The line between personal and professional have been blurred a lot of the times, and hackers are taking advantage of that, obviously. And also they capitalize on the fact that there is an abundance of real and fake news out there at the same time. So think that the World Health Organization has called an infodemic because there's such a major urge of information about coronavirus right now. Everybody's searching online the latest news, the latest research, and so on, and attackers have been capitalizing on that to the point where they send emails trying to get into different institutions, different companies. What they're reporting is the fact that a phishing email has enabled an attack in Mongolia where it was aimed at a public sector employee, which involved an email and a Word document, which was all about the prevalence of new coronavirus infections, and it was pretending to be from the country's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. The email looked very authentic, it provided relevant information, but in the moment that you download that file, it would install a virus that would prevent any user of that computer to use word processing applications such as Microsoft Word or LibreOffice or so on. So thankfully all was mitigated, but they're reporting that there are more and more attacks being reported to the National Cybersecurity Center. And I'm gonna link down below, I'm gonna put down below an email address that you can redirect any phishing emails that you get, and they backlog these type of things and they try to catch the bad guys. They've been stopping different websites and different phishing scams since this whole pandemic started. So please do redirect any phishing emails that you get to them, and delete them and move on to life and so on. On other news, these type of attackers that are all around this COVID-19 disease are also attacking research labs. We all know that right now we're technically counting on these doctors to get us out of the house. Because we're going insane, you know? I am, for sure. So we're counting on them to find a vaccine, to find different ways of testing, to find auto-immunization, like immunization tests and so many other things. And they're trying to hack those labs and they're trying to attack them. Actually, the UK government has put a press release out where it says that it condemns cyber actors seeking to benefit from cyber coronavirus pandemic. They put in their press release that the Foreign Secretary Dominic Arab said, and I'm going to read exactly what he said. He said, "It is completely unacceptable that malicious cyber attacks are targeting those working to overcome the coronavirus pandemic around the world, from experts working on the global health response to hospitals and healthcare system." I'm going to continue. "The effect of these cyber attacks are potentially life-threatening, yes, as they disrupt and put pressure on organizations and individuals working hard to save lives. The UK will continue to counter those who conduct reckless cyber attacks for their own malicious ends. We are working closely with our allies to hold the predators to account and deter further malicious cyber activity around the world." So the government is doing something, at least the UK government is doing something. And it is very mind-boggling. The fact that there are people in this world who are taking this to their own advantage to gain money or to restrict these people to find a cure. And I am the type of person who's very much like believes the best in people, for the most part.
Weird how I ended up in cybersecurity.
Anyway, so I believe the best in people. I think that everybody can change and I think that we all deserve a chance. Right? Right. Thank you. Okay, but the thing is that we're all locked inside the house. Why? I mean, I guess it's the same thing with like, why would you threaten an elderly person? Or why would you steal from an elderly person who they already... Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I don't appreciate it. When I'm locked inside the house for 9 weeks right now, and I know some people have been in quarantine for way longer than that, my heart goes out to you. And then what do? You go out there, and then you're like, you know what? Let me hack into their computers to see what they're doing and delete their data. So they have to start all over again. I pray that those attackers, to be like, I don't know, attacked back. Or caught by the police. I mean, mainly caught by the police. Or like, I don't know, their internet to shut down. And to like be in quarantine for 12 weeks without internet. To see how it is. You know. I just feel like, I'm like, can we just let those people do their job and not attack them? Because I don't think they want money necessarily out of them. There are some attackers who just attack for the sake of doing it, for the fun of doing it. That's insane. I mean, just let people do their job so we can all get out of the house and so for once do this for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, let's move on. In other news, this is a bit more juicy because I stumbled upon this piece of news and I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. And I started searching into it. Because I was like, I want to know more. It's really juicy. It's just... I feel bad for them. But it's juicy. So, a law firm called... I'm sorry if I mispronounced this. But it's called Grummanshire Macelos and Sack has been attacked through ransomware. The attackers claim to have 756 gigabytes of, that's a lot of data including contacts, personal emails, contracts, and so on. And the people have been affected from this are celebrities such as, oh my god, there is a very long list of celebrities. People like Madonna, Jennifer Lopez, David Letterman, Robert De Niro, Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey, Priyanka Chopra, Elton John, the Kardashians, the entire family, Nicki Minaj, Tom Cruise, Dwayne Johnson, and so many other more. And they also represent companies such as Facebook, Activision, iHeartMedia, IMAX, Sony, HBO, Vice Media, and many other more, but these are kind of the most popular ones. They have leaked some files, and they include contacts, phone numbers, emails, email IDs, personal correspondence with different lawyers, with different contractors, non-disclosure agreements made with like ad and modeling firms, and so many other things. Imagine, let's just take Madonna, for example. Her career has been for the past, I don't know, 40, 50 years. That's insane. Let's say it's 40 years. Imagining that 40 years, she had tour deals, she had contracts when it comes to her albums and so on, she had appearances, she had different like brand deals and so many other things, and they all have contracts, they all have correspondences, they all have contacts, they all have emails, they all have the data. That is insane. Cybersecurity Insider has learned that the ransomware with which the law firm was infected is called Revil ransomware, and the attackers are expecting 12 bitcoins as ransom in exchange for the description key. I don't know how much is the bitcoin, 1 bitcoin, but I'll do the math up here. But for example, in the past, the Revil ransomware was used also for other companies such as Brooks International's 10x Genomics, Kenneth Cole, and National Association of Eating Disorders, and for example Travelex, which became a victim of that ransomware, paid $2.3 million to free up their files from the malware. $2.3 million. I don't think that's a lot though. I'm just saying, I think they're asking way more than that. I haven't done the math yet, but I think they're asking way more than that because these people are famous people. The company is obligated to announce their customers around 48 hours after the breach has been made and what they're planning to do to mitigate it. And also they are by law obligated to announce it to the public after 7 days or something like that. So this has come out, obviously. Their website right now is just this. And I don't know. I just feel like... So Travelex was hit in January. And this was hit this month. And hackers are showing what they have. They have files on Jessica Simpson, Nicki Minaj, Madonna, Madison Beer, and so many other people. Yeah, I feel for them. A ransomware is such a hard decision to make because you don't know 100% sure that you're gonna get your files back even if you pay the money. And a lot of the times they're not asking for small money. It depends on the company. For example, if they hack into like a small business, they probably won't ask you for millions of dollars because you don't have millions of dollars. But if they hack into a big company, they will ask for millions of dollars. Hence why Travelex paid $2.3 million. Yeah, so cybersecurity specialists such as Brett Callow, which is a threat analyst at Emisoft, said, companies in this position have no good options to them. I agree. Non-payment of the demand will result in information being published. Payment will simply get them a pinky promise from criminals that the stolen data will be deleted. True. These incidents are becoming increasingly commonplace and increasingly concerning. And incidents involving law firms are even more concerning due to the sensitivity of the data they hold. The law firm and some other celebrities have been approached. They have no further comments. I don't know. It's a very sensitive subject and you can't win either way. You either give the money and you might get the files, or you might get the files deleted, which will create so many other things around it. Or you get your files leaked if they hold their promise of leaking the files. And they're not common people, these people. They're not they're not people who work at a random job. They're celebrities, and I just feel like this is another reason why I do these type of things, because I feel like we all have to know, because maybe you look at them and say, oh my god, please, they're celebrities, they have plenty of money to do that, and they do. But it's not, I think in this situation it's not about the money. I think in this situation is a lot about the data and the right that everybody has the right to have privacy, and so many other things that don't actually involve with my neighbor building a house, and so many other things that don't involve money in any shape or form. And I feel for these people, because they didn't ask for this. They went to one of the best law firms in the world when it comes to the industry, and they trusted those people, and they trusted those people that they're gonna handle their data properly, and they're gonna handle their contracts properly. And as lawyers, they're probably amazing, but as a firm, their cybersecurity, I guess, wasn't strong enough. It just needed, again, as I say time and time again, it needs one person in the office to have a very weak password. And if those people have been because usually when it comes to attacking big firms, they usually do an intensive search. They put a lot of data together in order for them to start attacking you, or they do it throughout a very long time. I guess their defense wasn't strong enough. And even if you say, yeah, but we had everything in place that was necessary, a lot of the times it's just human error. And sometimes when you have very, very smart attackers, a lot of the time, like, sometimes you can't win. You just can't win. There's no company in this world that can win against these type of attacks, because the most secure network is no network. And from a business point of view, a lot of the time security is put down a bit in order for them to have the functionalities that they need to have. And there is a security risk sometimes when you implement certain things, because you need to gain more customers, and you need to make more money, and so on. I feel for those people, and I feel for their data, because nobody deserves to do that. And it's also very worrying that more and more companies are being attacked nowadays. I guess hackers have more time to learn. But yeah, it's just, and I've been rambling for long enough, so that's kind of it for me. I hope they find a solution. I don't know what I would choose, because you risk on having non-disclosure agreements and so many other things, and having scandals over scandals, and having everything in the public, because there are a lot of things that the public doesn't need to know. But at the same time, it's just the principle of paying hackers, and it's a very hard decision to make. I don't know what I would do to be in that situation. There are probably smarter people that, I think everybody has their own opinion in a way. Some people say just pay the money. The thing is that when you pay the money, you're technically obeying to them, one, and two, you don't know for sure that they're gonna give you your data back. So sometimes you pay the money for nothing. So yeah, I don't know. I started very and now I'm a bit That's kind of it for me. My main 3 pieces of news this month. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing me ramble. This week I have been posting 1 piece of news about cybersecurity on my Instagram account, which it's linked down below and it's here somewhere. Follow me there. I have more great content for you. I post way more frequently than I post on YouTube. Follow Drug Security on Instagram. I'm coming to you with all the security info as much as I can. Please subscribe, smash that like button, and comment down below any other news that you could find, and let me know, what would you do if you would have been put in Madonna's shoes, for example. Let me know down below, and I'll see you next time with another video of personal security and another video of cybersecurity news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!